Star Wars Battlefront. It's simple, it's not innovative, and it's not the next big competitive shooter. And I'm perfectly fine with that. My name's Anthony, and let's talk really quick about Battlefront. After playing the Star Wars Battlefront beta, a lot of my questions were answered. I was wondering how the game would play, how it would feel, and how well it would work. DICE obviously didn't release a perfect game with Battlefield 4, and its launch was certainly not in the record books for smoothness. So with that, I was concerned what they were going to do with this new game. Were they going to change up a franchise that hadn't seen the limelight since 2005, or revive it, bringing back what people loved about the originals? Well, I can definitely say they didn't reinvent the series. In fact, we've known that for some time. No Space Battles was all over the headlines a few months ago, and honestly, I'm okay with that. It's kind of their first go at this since the franchise has been dead for so long, and I would rather them perfect infantry combat and ground battles first, then add space battles later. It's clear this game is being made for a much wider audience. Compared to games like Battlefield, Battlefront is simple and much more approachable. Aiming down sights is just a little zoom, no scopes or gun customization. Gadgets have been turned into little cards that have cooldowns, which get rid of ammo crates for things like grenades and ammo. I love the spawn times though, they are super quick with just a few transitions before getting back into the action. Even flying, one of Battlefield's hardest things, is easier in Battlefront, with an auto lock-on just requiring you to aim your gun at the enemy. The original games were an MLG competitive shooters themselves, and this new Battlefront feels the same. In fact, the new Battlefront is simpler than the original games in many ways. Battlefront 2, for example, had a class-based system just like Battlefield, giving each player a role. But in a way to simplify it, the new game only has certain cards that can be equipped to slightly change each character's role. But still, with all these changes, in third person, this game made me feel right at home. The game modes were a lot of fun too. I'm a big fan of Rush and Battlefield and its whole attackers and defenders gameplay, so Walker Assault was great. I'm always a fan of game modes that give players a front line because it keeps the action high. Drop Zone was fun too and felt more like a team deathmatch, which I'm sure they will have in the final game too, as well as something similar to Conquest. Now, I'm sure the more casual nature of this game is on purpose though. Because of all the hype around the new Star Wars movie coming out, this game is going to be huge, and I'm sure they want as many people to play it as possible. They want those who already play similar games like Battlefield, but also Star Wars fans who might not usually play these types of games. I'm sure that group will be the majority of players because that's, well, pretty much everyone. The new Star Wars is probably going to be the highest grossing film of all time because every age group wants to see it. My dad loves Star Wars, I love Star Wars, my nieces and nephews love Star Wars. Every age group has a love for Star Wars. That's not everyone, but majority of people. So making the new Battlefront more accessible makes sense from DICE's point of view. I had fun with the beta, and that's something lost somewhat in gaming these days. Because Battlefront is simple, I just jumped on, ran around, and it was great. It's not a game for esports, it's not a game for 360 no-scopes. It's a game to fulfill your fantasy of being a rebel, fighting against the oppressive empire in a battle you know you can't win. Because this game is extremely faithful to the source material. Or it's unbalanced and broken. Come on, DICE. It's still fun, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this just shorter form, opinion-based video. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below, and hit that like button if you want to support the show. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video. It's not a game for esports, it's not a game for 360 no-scopes. It's not a game for esports, it's not a game for 360 no-scopes. It's a game for you to fulfill your fantasy of being a rebel, fighting against the oppressive empire in a battle you know you fly. A little fly, just, yeah.